On Saturday, March 22nd, we get the beautiful Venus-Sun conjunction, also known as Venus Cazimi. This is the turning point of Venus Retrograde, and it offers opportunities for insight and integration of the warring sides of your personality and warring relationships. Let's take a closer look and break it down for all 12 signs. My name is Anastasia. I'm a traditional Western astrologer specializing in natal, relationship, and predictive readings. I work in whole sign house system with tropical zodiac. And if you enjoy my work, please show your support by leaving me a like, a comment, subscribing, and pressing the notification bell. You can watch more of my content. There are a lot of videos about March transits, eclipses, and other important things that we are dealing with right now. And also, when you watch more content, YouTube knows that my videos are getting traction and they're sending more audience my way, helping me increase the reach of my channel. If you want to say thank you a different way, you can also buy me a tea, a coffee, a croissant, or any small gift and token of appreciation. Thank you for that. Before we dive in, I have a really big announcement. I am teaching an astrology course that is titled Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul. And it lasts 3 months beginning in May, covering anything from the basic to the more challenging, deeper topics involving natal astrology. It can help you understand the intricate connections between yourself and other people, heal and connect with your true calling, life purpose. Start by understanding yourself and then maybe take it into helping your loved ones understand themselves. Sign up at anastasiadoesastrology.com. Additionally, on my website, you can book a reading and find more guidance, more personal guidance by having me analyze your chart, their natal chart, predictive, and relationship consultations on there. I can help you figure out the best place for you to move to, as well as help you pick the date for your wedding or other important event. Additionally, since we are talking about Venus Cazimi, I'd like to highlight my beautiful Exalted Venus candle. This one captures Venus in the sign of exaltation Pisces. It is green, the color of Venus, and it is decorated with aquamarine stones, which are the stones of Venus. It was created with empowered Venus, helping you deal with the retrograde period, helping you reach understanding in your relationships, find accord, find inspiration, and manifest the partner of your dreams. It can help you, like I said, deal with the more challenging transits. And I highly recommend this for anyone born with their natal Venus in Scorpio or Aries, signs of detriment, Venus in Virgo, sign of fall, if your natal Venus is retrograde, or if it's placed in the 6th, 8th, or 12th houses, which are considered dark, and it's harder for Venusian energy to shine brightly when she's tucked away in the corner of your chart. You can find that on my website. So in this video, we're talking about Venus Cazimi, and Cazimi is the perfect conjunction between any planet and the sun. Usually as the conjunction closing in, the planet is considered combust, meaning it's weaker, it's losing strength, it's almost like on a sick bed. But then when the two perfectly conjoin, especially when they are about 16 minutes on each side, within 16 minutes or at that perfect conjunction place, let's say Venus, well, this conjunction actually happens at 2 degrees 39 minutes Aries, so it would begin about 2 degrees 23 minutes Aries and end at 2 degrees 55 minutes Aries. So when the planet is perfectly conjunct the sun, it's considered to be stronger, it's more empowered, it is healing from that weaker position, it's conversing with the sun and gaining clarity and insight and support. We have been in the Venus retrograde phase for a bit, so you may have noticed more friction in your relationships, maybe more insecurity, a lack of inspiration, uncertainty, confusion, right? A lot of challenging energies that you had to deal with. And so the Cazimi is a turning point. It's an opportunity to understand what's going on a little bit better. So since it's happening at 9:07 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, March 22nd at 2 degrees 39 minutes Aries, so I would say it's especially important if you have planets between 0 and 5 degrees, Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. The exact moment is, like I said, 9:07 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, March 22nd, but it begins about 4 hours before that. So 5 p.m. Eastern on March 22nd and lasts for 4 hours after. So 1 a.m. Eastern, March 23rd. And what can we expect? Right? So because it's the turning point of the retrograde, I think this could be the time you gain some understanding in terms of, let's say you've been fighting with your partner and you don't quite understand. You don't understand why they're acting a certain way. So at the time of Cazimi, you maybe have an important conversation and you see them in a different light. If you've been feeling a lack of spark in your relationships and everything felt kind of dull, the Cazimi may reignite that spark. It can highlight your partner and make them glow and remind you of what it is that you like about them or what it is that attracted you to them in the first place. It can also be a very creatively inspired moment when you read a book or you see a piece of art or you hear a song or a piece of music that inspires you, that encourages you to maybe discover your own talents or pick up a paintbrush or pick up a piece of paper, write a poem, right? So it could bring, the sun can like illuminate the truth on many levels, and it can help you find peace and accord in relationships. It can allow you see more truth and ideals and beauty and art and creativity. So it's a beautiful moment. We're going to break it down for all 12 signs, giving you insights on what this could bring for you. But before that, if you'd like personal guidance, if you have questions that are specific to your chart, book a reading at anastasiadoesastrology.com and sign up for my Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course that begins in May. It is perfect both for people who want to practice astrology as well as for those who just want to understand themselves and people around them better. So if you are an Aries rising, Venus Cazimi is happening in your first house, and this could be a powerful moment of self-understanding. A very lovely time if you're, let's say you're rebranding or you're working on your logo, your business card, your website, and you're feeling stuck. Venus Cazimi could be a great time of inspiration. It could also be the time of understanding in relationships, maybe more clarity. It is a great transit for changing your look, even though we are in the middle of the retrograde. If you were looking for that time to get your hair done, get a blowout, get your nails, this could be the time you maybe discover what makes you beautiful, or you put an outfit together and it makes you feel more confident and happy within yourself. And it doesn't have to be just about physical appearance. It could also be about understanding what makes you unique and what makes you you. For more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com and sign up for my natal astrology course on there too. For Taurus rising, Venus Cazimi in your 12th house can be spiritually empowering. It can help you see clearly all the ways in which you maybe sabotage yourself in relationships, especially if you are unhappy with your love life, if you feel like you're attracting difficult situations. Venus Cazimi here can illuminate maybe that initial wounding and make you more aware of what is responsible for that. So it can offer powerful opportunities for healing. It can also offer you insight and inspiration in seclusion. Maybe you're spending some time in nature, wandering, walking around, listening to music. You can get really inspired and maybe start writing something or start composing music. There may be more awareness of your creative talents or your healing powers and desire to bring that into your life more. For more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com and sign up for my natal astrology course. For the beautiful Gemini rising, Venus Cazimi is happening in your 11th house. And this is all about friendships, networks, community, altruistic pursuits, leadership pursuits, and social media as well. I do like this a lot for maybe filming a video and posting it and seeing success. I like it for forming friendships, maybe going to a party with your friends and feeling connected, feeling supported, feeling hopeful, knowing that everything will be okay, even if sometimes it doesn't feel like it. There may be a moment of true alignment between you and your friends. Like I said, just a sense of like you are surrounded by people you love, right? You may also be discovering new interests, volunteering opportunities, altruistic opportunities, and you may get quite inspired by your friends, with people around you helping you figure out the next steps in your life. For more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com and book your reading on there, or sign up for my course, Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul. It begins in May and lasts 3 months. For the beautiful Cancer rising, Venus Cazimi occurs in your 10th house. I like this for understanding who you want to be. It's like that question we like to ask kids: who are you going to be when you grow up? When you get Venus Cazimi in the 10th house, it gets lit up, right? It gets projected all over town like Batman's symbol. So having a sense of understanding, right? Maybe something happens, maybe you have a conversation with a friend or a mentor or a boss, and that helps you understand who you want to be. There might be a sense of recognition at work, maybe also a sense of inspiration, looking to start a new project, feeling like you want to do work that is more creative, that is, with this conjunction also, you are very much driven to do work that makes you happy, that makes you feel like you're using your talents and your gifts, and maybe work that is more social. And so Venus Cazimi can definitely offer you opportunities to do that kind of work. You just have to be quiet and listen to it. I could also see this as maybe a romantic development too, because it is the goddess of love in your 10th house of career. For more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com. You can book a reading on there or sign up for my natal astrology course that begins in May and lasts for 3 months. For the lovely Leo rising, Venus Cazimi occurs in your 9th house. And if you're traveling, this could be a very exciting moment when you discover something. Let's say you go on a tour of catacombs of Paris and you learn something really sort of empowering, and then you go to your hotel room and you start writing a novel. Or maybe you are reading or you're interacting with foreign connections and you feel inspired. 9th house is the place of publishing, so I love this for writing. I do love this for education as well, maybe finding an interest, deciding to study a foreign language, deciding to explore your love for cooking and taking a class. Maybe you're taking a class with your significant other. Traveling, feeling once again connected to foreign people, maybe dating foreign people, or going on a trip with your significant other is possible here. It could also be a great time to go to church or go to like a lecture and listen to maybe a teacher of yours, like a Buddhist teacher or a mentor. Also a great time to sign up for my astrology course that begins in May and is dedicated to natal astrology. I'm calling it Natal Astrology, the Blueprint of the Soul. You can do that at anastasiadoesastrology.com, and you can also book your reading on there. For the beautiful Virgo rising, the Cazimi is happening in your 8th house. And 8th house is usually a pretty complicated place. It's the place that is full of hidden agendas, and it's the house of other people and their money and their resources. And, sometimes people are generous with us, sometimes they're not. It's also the house of inheritance and debts and loans. And like a lot of times it's hard to keep track of those things because we don't like talking about it. We feel uncomfortable telling our family members that they owe us money, for example. So if you have been feeling that something is unfair in your life, that you're being taken advantage of, or that you crave maybe more depth in your relationship, Venus Cazimi here can definitely bring that. It can bring support from people in your life, more understanding, more compassion, more alignment. It can inspire you to connect with mysteries and learn more about astrology, learn more about tarot, learn more about healing, become a healer yourself. But I really like this for deeper connections with people, right? I like this for more intimacy, more understanding, and sort of talking about things that normally feel uncomfortable, and through that finding more vulnerability and truth in relationships. For more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com and sign up for my Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course on there. It begins in May and lasts for 3 months. My lovely Libra risings, Venus conjoins the Sun in your 7th house. And this is really beautiful for relationships. If you felt like there's a lot of friction, there's a lack of understanding, everything you say annoys your partner, everything they say annoys you, this could be the time you see why you're so frustrated. Maybe it's not even about them. Maybe it's about them reminding you of your mother and your difficult relationship with your mother. Maybe it's about business partnerships too, right? Like Venus Cazimi in the 7th can offer you a chance to join forces with someone. If you're on the precipice of getting engaged, Venus Cazimi here can also be an opportunity to get engaged, start a partnership, move in together, experience some sort of important moment of development in your relationship. So very powerful and very beneficial. So I think also if you're dealing with some kind of relationship friction around the time of the Cazimi, I would recommend that you reach out to the person, especially if you've been feeling like reaching out and maybe talk things through. But don't do it with someone you can never agree, right? Like don't reach out to an ex just because I'm saying it's a good moment for relationships, especially if that ex caused you a lot of pain. Be discerning, Libras. For more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com. On there, you can also sign up for my Natal Astrology course. It begins in May, it lasts for 3 months, and it is perfect for understanding natal charts, reading charts, finding more understanding, learning astrology in an easy language, and improving your relationships through learning more about yourself and people in your life. For the beautiful Scorpio rising, I don't know what I'm doing with my legs here. I'm trying to get more comfortable, but I think, okay, it's gonna suffice for now. If you are a Scorpio rising, Venus Cazimi is happening in your 6th house. And if you've been feeling overwhelmed, overloaded, if you've been feeling like there's so much going on with your health and a lot of other people are depending on you, maybe even demanding your time and attention, if things have been feeling a little bit difficult, Venus Cazimi can help you see the point, right? It can help you see the light in it all. Like something happens, your child says their first word and you're like, it's all worth it. It's all, I'm okay with doing all this work and not sleeping at night because this has happened and it feels like this happened. It feels so fulfilling. So something may happen. You may get some kind of award or recognition at work. You may feel inspired by what's happening in your work life and decide to start a business maybe, or decide to go volunteer, or decide to do something that is caring and generous and supportive of other people. If you've been dealing with any friction at work or even with your partner, let's say, if we're talking about parenthood, this can also help you come to an agreement and understanding with colleagues or partners. And this could also be great for problem solving, like if you're dealing with some kind of challenge in your home life or in your relationships. If you're looking for more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com and book your reading on there. You can also sign up for my natal astrology Blueprint of the Soul course that begins in May and lasts for 3 months. It is perfect for any casual lover of astrology, as well as somebody who's trying to become a professional astrologer like myself. For the lovely Sagittarius rising, Venus Cazimi is happening in the 5th house. Venus loves being in the 5th house. Even when she's retrograde, there are powerful romantic opportunities. It's great for conceiving of a child. It is great for conceiving of an art project, right? Like, it's literally the goddess of love making out with the sun, which is the light of the universe, the power source that gives us all energy and, you know, gives us warmth that is necessary for survival. So beautiful time if you've been dealing with friction in relationships, to air things out, to talk it out, to come to an understanding. You know, it could be a very passionate time as well. If you felt like your relationship maybe lacks a little bit of passion, it could be the time of soulful relationships and connections. Like I said, a really good time for making babies or connecting with children. And creatively, and just in general, it could be the time when you realize what truly makes you happy. Or you go to a live music performance and it brings you to tears, but it makes you realize, you know, what you want to do, what kind of work you want to do. So it could be very like eye-opening, inspiring. Speaking of inspiring things, I'm teaching a course on natal astrology. Sign up at anastasiadoesastrology.com. I'm titling it Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul because it can help you see within yourself and see within others and take advantage of it as a professional astrologer or as a human that lives around other humans and wants to make their relationships better. Find it and sign up at anastasiadoesastrology.com. You can also book a reading on there. For the lovely Capricorn rising, Venus Cazimi occurs in your 4th house. If there has been any friction with family members, if there has been any issues around your property, maybe some renovations, repairs you had to do, maybe some conflicts with neighbors, or just like a sense of discomfort, restlessness that you've been experiencing, Venus Cazimi in the 4th can help alleviate some of that friction and tension. It can inspire more compassion when it comes to your family members. There's maybe more understanding, more alignment, more sensitivity to one another. You may have a conversation that feels like soothing and healing and nurturing and compassionate. Changes to the property, or like, you know, sort of feeling empowered to make your home better. I can see here maybe picking a paintbrush and painting an art piece on your wall, finding a beautiful couch that fits your decor is a possibility as well. So it's lovely for any kind of like home, family, real estate, family business matters. For more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com and sign up for my natal astrology course that begins in May. For the lovely Aquarius rising, Venus Cazimi happens in your 3rd house. And this is beautiful for relationships with siblings. If you felt any like misunderstandings, any friction, it can help you maybe talk it out and feel closer with them. The same goes for neighbors, roommates, maybe people who you felt were irritating you. It can help you connect with them and be maybe more compassionate and forgiving. 3rd house is also a place of like skills and hobbies and interests and your schedule and technology you use, the car that you drive. So Venus Cazimi can be like this opportunity to come up with a new idea, to start a writing project, to discover a new interest, to feel inspired by something. In terms of your everyday commute, right? Maybe you're taking a new street and you see like a beautiful house and it inspires you to, I don't know, start a business so you can own a house like that. Like getting something, also like getting a gift or hearing a compliment, feeling like more supported, more aligned with people in your life, I can see here. For more, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com. You can book a reading on there. You can also sign up for my Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course that will last for 3 months, beginning in May. Last but not least, if you are the beautiful Pisces rising, Venus Cazimi happens in your second house of money and values. And this could be spiritually the time when you feel proud of yourself for how far you've come. Maybe you've paid off your debts. Maybe you've been at a job that's been difficult and not always rewarding, but you stuck with it and you've powered through it. Maybe you feel more confident and more secure within yourself because you've been doing the work. It can also be the time when you see clearly what needs to be done financially, right? It is the house of money. Could be the time when you're either getting some kind of financial bonus. Your partner tells you like, hey, help me pay your student loans, for example. And you're like, okay, what's behind it? But they're telling you that no, they just want to help you. Maybe you're feeling inspired to make a big purchase. Maybe you're feeling sort of like, even opportunities to change jobs, ask for a raise, start a new project, feel more recognized professionally, and maybe ultimately even feeling more happy within yourself and recognize yourself for the work that you've been doing is very much likely here. For more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com. You can book a reading on there. You can also sign up for my Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course that begins in May and lasts for 3 months to learn more about yourself and build healthier relationships with people in your life. And can also be great if you're trying to become a professional astrologer. And even if you're not, astrology is helpful in every area of your life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me and for being a loyal subscriber. If you're not yet, please subscribe. Leave me a like, a comment. I appreciate you being here. And I hope Venus Cazimi brings you the beautiful, aligned, and connected day that is full of fun, joy, and compassion and romance. Enjoy. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.